It's a 1992 Ford Explorer.
All right.
We found it in a junkyard. It's just like a magic carpet.
It's just balanced.
Like, we did something right. I'm not sure what it was, but it's like a little race car. So
Awesome.
I always tell people, I'm like, I could win desert races in this truck. I like these seats because they have this little mesh at the bottom so the sand and stuff will fall through.
So when you pee yourself or spill a beer or spill your soda.
So now it runs pretty good for what it is.
Yeah, like 65 HP to the wheel.
Yeah, probably 55. But
What's up, guys? We are here with Michael Cox and Vin.
this is Vince.
This is Michael.
Vince, Michael. We're finally going to do an episode on the Explorer. What do you guys call this thing?
The Intimidator.
Mike and Vince built this thing with Hoonigan. I know there was like a build series they did. But this thing started building a reputation for itself. And people are pretty stoked on it. I know I'm stoked on it. And I know they do drive the hell out of it. So before we talk about that, let's talk about make, model, year, all that good stuff.
It's a 1992 Ford Explorer.
All right.
We found it in a junkyard.
Cool.
And then we built it for the show Build and Battle at Hoonigan Garage. And it was a pretty cool deal. We had, what, 15 days?
15 days, $10,000.
Yep. Vince and I.
And
versus
Blake and Kevin.
Versus Blake Wilkie and Kevin Butts.
Okay.
That's his real last name. It was Cox and Butts. We built this thing in a short amount of time, and they only gave us like a welder, like a hand toolbox, a grinder, like maybe a manual tubing bender, and that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have any special tools. And so we found this truck in a junkyard. We bought it for the show. This is good. This is good too. It's got 2 seats. It was in shambles when we got it. It ran, not very well.
Not so good, but it ran.
So yeah, basically the way you see it now is what we ended up building from the show. After the show, we added some things, like we built the bumpers, front and rear bumpers for it, because it didn't have that.
Okay.
Because we didn't have time to build pretty things for it.
And you guys had what was the time period again? 2 weeks?
15 days.
15 days, yeah.
About 2
15,
weeks.
12-hour days.
So you guys built that in that time, and then you guys went out and tested it, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And then we raced it.
Against Blake.
Against Blake, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy! Whoa!
Yeah, we haven't done an episode on the Hammerhead too, so I think we got to get down to San Diego.
Well,
maybe
what we need to do is we just need to like bring
rematch.
them out and bring us out, and we'll just meet in the desert and duel.
Yeah, duel to the Terra crew.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. If you guys think we should do that, comment below, man. Let us know. Maybe we could make it happen. It's summer, so I don't know if that'll happen anytime soon.
Maybe in a few months.
Yeah, maybe in a few months.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic. Maybe in a few months. But who won, if you guys don't mind me asking?
We all won. Everyone won.
Yeah.
Was there an actual race though?
Yeah,
we raced.
Two races. Mike won one and Blake won one.
Oh, perfect.
But Blake won way more swag points.
Yeah.
So he won the event.
Why?
Because he's just got so much swag. Have you ever met Blake Wilkie?
Blake does have swag, man.
He does this.
Usually on these built to destroys, we start with the front of this thing. Tell us what's going on in the front of this beast.
You want to tell him, Vince?
Yeah, mainly Mike made this bumper that we have yet to use. I'm
Well,
excited to use it when
Vince and I have this ongoing like feud because he always wants to build like these gnarly like bumpers that you can smash on the Fort Knox.
come over the front hood
And then I like to build like these nice trim bumpers that like follow the body lines and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
So you won this argument.
Well, he's the one that built it.
well, No disrespect to Vince, but he doesn't bend and weld and fab. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I would have put like a 2x4
Railroad
across
tie?
here.
Oh.
Yeah, some old tires.
Yeah.
Like this.
Some Mad Max.
Yeah.
And then I see you guys got the Baja Design stuff.
Yeah, those are beautiful lights. They work really well.
Did you guys have this in the build series?
No. We added the lights. This is actually an Amazon grill.
Oh, okay.
So the original one went in the trash can.
It looks good though.
Yeah, you know, we like all this stuff to fit tight and look right.
Yeah.
So.
Shout out to Baja Designs, man. Those guys make some really good stuff. And how you guys have you guys used these lights yet?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
shout out to Baja Designs. We've used these lights and they work really well. They're kind of mounted to like this piece of metal, so they might do this going down the road, which isn't ideal. So maybe one day we'll fix that.
That's
Okay.
all right.
I like this. It's clean.
Yeah.
Everything's all nice and flush. It looks pretty, dude. I like this thing. And I am a fan of the balance bumper. Looks really good. What's up with the suspension in the front?
The front end on this truck is just a cut and turn Dana 35 TTB 4-wheel drive with just a little coilover in there. We haven't like refreshed the front end since the show, so it's still like just as grimy and dirty as it was when we did it originally.
Okay. But you do got the red bolts
That was definitely a Vince touch.
That's my touch.
And red axles.
and red axles. I
My
see
touch.
that. And how's that 4-wheel drive work?
Right now, it's missing a drive shaft.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
But initially it worked awesome. So we grenaded the trans at New Year's. And Vince just got a new trans in it. We built the 4-liter in it. We put the biggest cam you can get. We bored it 30 over. We port and polished the heads and, you know, did whatever you could do this 4-liter. So now it runs pretty good for what it is.
yeah, like 65 HP to the wheel.
Yeah, probably 55. But
It works.
apparently it was running good enough to break the transmission. So.
I mean, it sounds really cool.
Yeah, it
I
runs
think
good.
it sounds great, man.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I built like a little 6-in-1 header that goes under the truck.
Nice.
So like long tube headers, but
Is that why it has that sound?
yeah.
It's great, dude.
So the grenade of the trans, Vince recently modified a manual shift transfer case because that's another thing we want to upgrade. It had the push button transfer case for 4-wheel drive,
Okay.
and it was kind of a bummer every time we used it. Like it would only
Yeah.
work.
Sometimes you'd push the button and you'd push it through the dash,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
and then you're like, well,
You're like, well,
the
just
drive
stay
don't
on-
work.
Right. So, you know, this thing's kind of been a constant evolution. When it was originally built, you know, we built it in days and just scrambled to get it together. So since then, we've kind of been cleaning up each little piece when we can. Obviously, if you've ever seen anything that comes in and out of the shop, we're extremely busy.
Yeah.
When we can, we work on it. Like I said, Vince just pieced together a transfer case, so we have a manual shift transfer case with fixed outputs.
Yeah.
So it was like a combination of years of parts to put together and machining to do. So he masterminded all that.
And it worked. Worked out.
Well, it's not done yet. We haven't
Oh.
even driven it, but
Oh, okay.
but that's why the front drive shaft isn't in and a couple other things. So
Okay. Mike and Vince are always busy over here at the Bronco Factory, constantly bringing in. If you guys follow their shop page or even Michael Cox's page, you guys can see how many builds come in and out of here
every week.
It's insane. Like seriously, they're setting some like fab shop records because they're getting done real quick. So you got some Method double standards, nice, and a 33-inch tire, looking good, dude.
We have these switches here that run fans and those light bars we were showing you earlier, the Baja Designs, and
Yeah,
there's the 4-wheel drive buttons that I was telling you about
that goes into the dash.
Yeah, don't really work.
So you're converting that to work now
So it's gonna have
manual.
an extra one of these
Yeah.
over here
Okay.
eventually.
And you guys caged it. I didn't even realize this thing was
It's
caged and everything, man.
So the
Heck yeah.
majority of the cage was done. Mike did it during building battle, but all this tin wasn't done. There was just a huge hole in the floor where all the dirt was coming in. That's where all the dirt came in.
Okay. Well, it looks really solid. I mean, it looks like you guys, you know, are doing, it does its job protecting the front 2 passengers.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And
So-
the ice chest goes there.
Most importantly.
Yeah, it's very safe right in that cubby.
I see you guys have a quick release for fire extinguisher. Right on, right on.
We got PRP Ostrich Seats.
Mm-hmm.
They're really
Nice touch.
soft.
Very fancy.
Very soft. I like these seats because they have this little mesh at the bottom so the sand and stuff will fall through.
So when you pee yourself or spill a beer or
Yeah.
spill your soda.
Well, that would never happen in here anyways. But yeah, you know, just theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically. Very cool. And you guys got rugged radios intercom system in here?
Yeah.
We do. It's right here.
It's back there?
Yeah, it's right here.
So
and that goes over here.
That was right here, but it's gonna get moved because that's where the 4-wheel drive is. Probably go up here or something, or
Okay.
maybe put it in the dash or the glove box or something.
Somewhere around here. And then dips down, ties into the frame.
Oh yeah. We've tried to not steer too far from what this truck originally was built as and for.
Okay.
Like, keep it cheap, keep it functional, and just like a machine that goes. So
Yeah.
I feel like we've done that afterwards because like Vince was saying that none of this sheet metal was back here, like it was just an open hole.
Okay.
So we just got mild steel, we fit it all in there, just MIG tacked it all together and then seamed all the seals with like 3M seam sealer you get at the auto body store.
Okay.
And you know, nothing crazy, TIG welding it for days and days and days.
Just works.
Yeah, yeah.
And you guys have a fun pre-runner.
Oh yeah, totally
I mean-
functional pre-runner. We also added this 32-gallon cell.
Oh, nice.
We were running a Ford Focus gas tank.
Yeah.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
We got a Focus gas tank at the junkyard.
I think
It
this
was,
is
it was
cell
a
that I'm
package deal. We got the Explorer, and they threw in the Explorer.
Were they just like, you gotta get
Focus.
this? If you're buying this, you have to take this because we don't want this crap here anymore?
Yeah, basically.
Kind of that deal?
So the gas tank deal was, you know, and originally to link it, the gas tank runs where the upper links would. So we had
Okay.
to ditch the saddle tank and put one in the back, and the Focus gas tank actually fit back here.
Oh, okay.
I think we even held it down with like tie
Ratchet
downs and
straps,
stuff.
yeah.
Whatever worked.
Yeah.
Damn. Wild, dude. Well, dude, this is awesome. Again, I mean,
Yeah.
for you guys to build this so quick, you got a full functional cage that ties into the frame. You got your spare back here. Before there was another gas tank, but now you got that cleaned up. I'm actually running this gas tank in the Frontier, man.
Perfect.
Yeah, very solid setup. And all the windows are still in this thing, so it looks really cool.
Yep.
It looks almost
It almost
sleeperish.
looks like it just has a lift kit or something.
For real, if you guys if this wasn't all painted and have this, like the graphics on it and stuff, and it was one solid color, you wouldn't, I mean, you'd look and be like, oh cool, pre-runner, but you wouldn't know everything
Right.
that's under there.
Well, speaking of that, you got to poke the camera in the wheel well and show the big shocks and the desolate sway bar and all that stuff. So
Ooh,
it's quite
yeah.
the shock package back there.
Dang, dude.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that, bud? What are the travel numbers back here?
I don't know, like
Oh.
14.
Okay.
Yeah. But
About 14?
honestly, that's all it needs. You can drive this truck as fast as it'll go. So
How does it do when you get, like, have you gone through like some good sized whoops in this thing?
it smashes everything we drive it in. It's just like a magic carpet.
It's just
Like,
balanced.
we did something right. I'm not sure what it was, but it's like a little race car. So
Awesome.
I always tell people, I'm like, I could win desert races in this truck.
You feel it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's fast. For what it is.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So
That's cool, man. And then you got the Desolate Motorsports sway bar.
yeah. So that's one.
How
for
does
a
that
Bronco.
work out?
That's one for a Bronco, and then the width of the bar was actually right for the Explorer, so we just
Oh,
like
nice.
mounted it in there.
Nice.
Yeah. And you see this?
How did that feel when you guys finally got it like in there? Like, did you feel like race car status after
Oh,
that?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, oh man, you could
Game-
pitch it sideways and all
yeah,
that good stuff.
yeah.
Nice.
That got Vince like the confidence to start driving it fast.
Okay.
He wouldn't drive it fast at all prior to that. So
Speaking of, where have you guys driven this thing, Vince?
Ocotillo Wells twice.
Okay.
Mexico
Oh, yeah.
twice.
Okay.
Mexico was a lot of fun.
Heck yeah. I heard
so-
you guys have taken this thing in a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like a skate park.
What can we do with this thing sometime, man? I mean, like,
Jump it really big. Or
I think we got to go do some fun stuff with this sometime, man. I mean, obviously not today, but
Why not?
I mean, I don't know what time
It's
is it?
only 4. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, dang,
You gotta
man.
talk to Mike about that.
Yeah, we gotta talk to Mike.
You want to look at this monstrosity?
Let's see it. Tell us. Teach us.
There's not much to talk or teach about. Vince rebuilt the motor.
We deleted the air conditioner
Yeah.
compressor. That got us some HP to the wheel.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah.
We ported the heads with a grinder, and
With a grinder?
yeah.
Not the app, but the tool.
Yeah. What's with grinder?
If you stick the camera in here, you can kind of see the header tubes. You might have
Here.
Well,
You know,
okay.
Mike's gonna take us on a little tour.
All right.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right, set my water down. That is water. Everyone asking.
Not gin.
So you can kind of see the header tubes coming down on the frame rail.
So
you
you
can
know-
also see like the blocks orange, the block in the heads. That's Chevrolet orange. Just so you guys know the proper color. There we go. You can see the headers there. There you can see the collector down there.
I love that this thing's a two-door. I love that it still has like the stock fenders and all
Yeah.
that good stuff. It's still stock width, and again, if it wasn't for like the paint job, this thing is like it's a total sleeper. I mean,
Yeah.
it still does look like a sleeper. You know?
Right.
This almost reminds me of like the race trucks you see in Mexico.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's like local dudes that like
Right.
paint their trucks, throw some tires on it, and you're like, you know, you take a closer look, you're like, oh shoot, man.
Yeah.
Very cool. So what's the future plans in this thing, guys?
We're just gonna continue to make it run good, run better than what it does now. And when I say run better, I mean like all around overall performance. You know, the four-wheel drive, the creature comforts,
Nice.
that kind of stuff. So, and possibly a new look coming next year. So.
Nice. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Definitely be looking for the Hammerhead and the Intimidator freaking throwdown. They're gonna we'll try to set something up again in the desert.
Yeah.
Some fun stuff. And yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming up at the Bronco Factory. Stay tuned in with them, you guys. We're gonna try our best to constantly check in with Michael Cox and Vince on all of the things that they're working on over here. So get familiar with these guys if you already don't know, because you're going to be seeing a lot of them. Thank you guys for everything. Like, subscribe, and all that bull crap, because it helps us grow. And yeah, that's it, dudes.
That's it.
Later.
Cool. Later.
Do you have anything else you want to say, Vince?
Thanks for watching.
Can we talk about...
Smash that like button
Okay.
and the subscribe Terra crew.